So right now, next Saturday, is when I start training for an Autozone job. An Autozone local parts delivery. So they're going to give me a little Chevy pickup or whatever, and then I'm going to drive. I don't know. If this company over here needs tires, you know what I mean? I drive to Firestone or whatever, pick up some tires and take it over to them. That kind of thing. And then when I'm not doing that, when I'm not driving parts around, I'm going to be in the store, ringing you up and helping you find parts and giving you advice and knowledge and whatever that I've accumulated about cars. After my first training day, I've learned some things about AutoZone I didn't know. They are not a franchise, they are a corporation. So let's say, for example, you wanted to start your own Starbucks or you wanted to start your own Subway or what. Those are franchise companies where if you want to have your own one of those companies, you lease the name from Subway, from whoever the company is, and you buy the building yourself or rent it or whatever, and you outfit it and all that other shit. AutoZone is not that way. AutoZone is a corporation where the guy you are ultimately working for owns the company, owns the whole shebang. That's something I do want out of a company. Another thing, I don't want to jinx anything or anything, but of course the guy I was talking to, that it's not his call or anything, and he also doesn't really know, so I'm not going to put a lot of faith in what he's saying about it. But from the way he's talking, it's sounding like they're going to be able to get me into a semi-truck fairly quickly and not have to wait 3 fucking months. I doubt that's the case, but that'd be cool, especially with winter upon us. Every damn morning I wake up and there's ice built up inside and outside the canopy in the back of my truck. So if I could be on the road in a semi-truck with the heater going 24/7 and somebody else is paying for the fuel, hell yeah, sign me up. Supposedly there's this whole benefits thing and 401k and all this other shit, and he's telling me, I'm asking him a question. I don't remember what it was that I asked him. I think maybe I might have asked him what my schedule was or something. He says, "Are you part-time or full-time?" I'm like, "Oh, how the fuck am I supposed to know something like that?" So I'm really going into this blind about a lot of shit. There's a lot that I don't know. I don't know what my store is going to be where I'm working out of. I've got a piece of paper that contradicts itself. I got a piece of paper that contradicts what the guy training me is telling me. Oh, this is going to be your store. Go here on Monday. Yeah, but she said to go here on Monday. So where do I go? Oh, well, you need to contact this person. Oh, well, and then they're asking around, well, who is that person? I don't fucking know. So that's that could be made to be a lot clearer and more helpful for damn sure. Something that would have been nice to know beforehand, before I drove halfway up the fucking state to come to work for these guys and then get told, oh, drive over to this, drive 50 miles over here and go do training there. And when you're done there, come 75 miles back over here and then go back over here and do it. It would have been nice to know all that shit, and I would have been saving my fucking receipts for my fuel. Because supposedly they reimburse you for that, but then they tax you the reimbursement, which... There's an ice storm that just hit, and it's probably going to be going on for the next couple of days. And I'm the only one at work right now. Usually there's 2 to 3 other cars here by now, but I'm the only one. One of the advantages of living in the parking lot, I guess. I've got the power fist, baby. Yeah. Damn manager at this job pissing me off. Like the job. Like the store and everything, but the manager. It's like he's doing everything he can to either piss me off or fuck with me, or it's like, what the fuck kind of manager are you? You know I've only been here for like 6 days. It's your responsibility to help me learn how to do my job. Don't just say, yeah, we need you to go to store 715. It's like, where the fuck is that? I don't live in this town. Dude, I don't even technically live in this state, sleeping in my fucking truck, so... But anyway, I just made a delivery at this place, and the dude's like, you look like somebody. As I'm leaving, I'm thinking about it. It's like, I didn't even think about that. Maybe he knows me from fucking YouTube. But I didn't even think about that. But maybe I just met a fan and didn't even know it. Could have signed an autograph or something, man. And the damn manager's late opening the store again. It's 2 minutes till they open. This is not the first time. I don't know how this dude has held on to his job for 3 damn years, but... I am the lowest right now that I've ever been on funds in the last 4 years. I've got $71 to my name right now. $71. And because the fucking dog took off last night, within 30 minutes apparently, according to the pound that I just talked to, within 30 minutes of him taking off, somebody collected his ass. Well, they got dog snipers sitting on every street corner in this town or some shit. How the hell do you get my dog within 30 minutes of him going missing? They want $65 to get him out of the dog pound. And I've got $71 to my name, which means I'm going to have $6 to last me until when and or if I ever get fucking paid working at Autozone. Let me tell you guys some shit about Autozone. I'm taking their little product expert knowledge test quiz thing, and I'm going through it, pointing out all the obvious problems with the damn thing. And the one of the questions is, there's slip rings in an alternator, but there's not slip rings in a starter, according to this system. And I'm going through it, and it says, click on the part that is the armature, so the housing or whatever. I click on the housing, and it says I got that one wrong. And I go back through and I look at it, and it says the correct answer is right there under where I clicked. So that's nice. Then there's the question that they have me, when I go back through and I redo it and I click on the thing, then it changes its answer. Oh, well, this isn't the thing. Now it's this other thing. And then when I go back through to try to look at it to see, okay, did you change your answer now all of a sudden? Because it says, the slip ring isn't a part of, the starter. So I click on that. What are the 5 components of a starter? And I clicked on slip ring is not one of the components. And it says, no, it's the armature. The armature, the housing that the damn thing goes into that you told me to click on. So when I go in and I change my answer, it changes its answer. How the fuck are you supposed to pass a parts expert test when the test doesn't know shit about being an expert of parts? Another thing that sucks is if you have an idea of how to make the store work more efficiently, or any kind of a suggestion to help the company be better, the company doesn't listen. There's no way for you to submit that information to them to say, hey, here's an idea. You know, I'm not asking for any kind of recognition for it. I'm just saying this would make it easier for new employees. This would make it better for everybody. This is more efficient. This is more intelligent. But no, let's do it the wrong way. Every way but the right way. So if you want to come to work at Autozone, they have a training program. They don't call it training. It's called Foundations, is what they call it. And in Foundations, they teach you that there's a thing. I think it's called an anagram. I call it Witcha Did Ya. Helps me remember it easier. But I guess it's called Witchediger or something is what everybody else is calling it. It stands for whatever it takes to do the job right. So WITT blah 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 R. So, like I said, I call it Witchediger. Anyway, in this thing, you are trained. You are trained if you're going to work at AutoZone. You are trained to go the extra mile. That's what that means, okay? Yes, we put in batteries. Yes, we'll check your alternator for you. Yes, we'll put in your windshield wipers. You know what I mean? Yes, I'll hold the door for you while you're leaving. Or if you're an elderly person, I'll carry the battery to your car for you or whatever. You know what I mean? Go the extra mile. Show them that you give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's what that means to me. So go the extra mile is what that means in training. That's what you are trained that it means. And that, in my mind, is what that means. But that's not what that means. What that means, if you're looking, they actually keep score of who does it. And how do they keep score of who holds the door for people? How do they keep track of who puts windshield wipers in? They fucking don't. What they're keeping track of is if somebody buys brake pads, they have a little recommended section next to it on the computer. They want you to sell the hardware kit too. They want you to sell brake cleaner. They want you to sell hand cleaner and towels. They want you to sell all that extra shit that the guy doesn't want. That's how they keep track of that. So there's people, oh yeah, I got 75% Witchediger. And I'm sitting, apparently, I'm not even fucking on the goddamn thing, even though I have been helping every fucking person that has come into the thing. But apparently, I've been doing it wrong. Okay. But, it's goddamn, it's stupid. It's Jewish. You know what I mean? It's, here, let me con you out of money. Oh, hey, you don't need a battery, but let me sell you one anyway. You know, that's what it feels like. It feels backhanded, dishonest, dirty. And that is not why I came to work at fucking AutoZone. I came to work at AutoZone because I have no nightmare stories about AutoZone. I don't recall ever going to AutoZone and walking out with something I wasn't looking for. Or being treated shittily, you know, all that kind of thing. I don't want to give somebody that experience that I myself did not have. I don't like the system that they have. I don't want to be that guy. So I just decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to. I am absolutely lost in here. I have to wait until a week and a half from now is when I'm supposed to get my first paycheck. So you're supposed to get paid every 2 weeks, but for me, because I started when I started, it's going to be 3 weeks. And we will have to see how much money I actually make and then divide that by 3 to figure out how much money I actually make every damn week. But the way I got it calculated, I'm going to go broke working for these guys, and I'm going to have to find somebody else to work for, which sucks, because I like working here. I like helping people. AutoZone my whole life has never left a bad taste in my mouth, so I like working here, and they actually have people that know shit about shit, unlike the other guys. And so it's one of the reasons why I like to shop here, and I've always wanted to have a job here, and now that I have one, dude, if I was a teenager, it would have been perfect. But being a middle-aged man having had a taste of money, sitting here making 1/3 what I've made before. Oh, dude! If I'm only making $200 to $300 a week after taxes and shit, I don't have any idea what that would be before taxes. But again, if I was to find a place for rent, which is what I want to do, if I try to find a place for rent, dude, there ain't no way, because they're not going to rent to me because I'm making so little money. They want you to make 3 to 4 times, you know, what they're fucking asking for the rent. Everybody does that. God, I gotta find like a Section 8 housing type place or something where they don't mind. Jesus Christ. could I get in on one of those low-income housing? You would, oh my God, just saying that. Just saying. I went from being a truck driver and a business owner to being a low-income housing fucking guy. Oh, Jesus. Just in case you guys don't believe that I'm working at Autozone. But supposedly they've also got another thing, aside from the witcha-didya thing, they've also got, it's called gotcha, which go out to the customer's car, something like that. Whatever the hell that anagram stands for. But they don't keep track of that. No, you can't get one of these little, this is what I did and this is how good I am. You look at somebody's collar and they got a whole bunch of these pins on the collar of their shirt, and there is a dress code. If you see a whole bunch of pins on their shirt, that means they've done a lot of shit, allegedly. It's like, Jesus, man, I'm trying to be friendly and cracking jokes and get people in a lively mood, but man, these motherfuckers, either they got no senses of humor, they're too fucking out of it, or they're just dead city up in here. They don't want to laugh. They don't want to have a good time. I'm at work, I'd rather just die. That's what it fucking feels like. If every fucking one of you has that attitude, fucking everybody else feeds off of that. Yeah, I have no energy. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. You know, everybody fucking starts feeling that way. Everybody starts thinking that way. Everybody starts just not giving a fuck, man. Come on now. Like, Jesus, all you fucking people drink coffee, and every fucking one of you is a dead battery. I've never drank coffee a day in my life. Look at me, I'm out here fucking being all chippy and shit. Why am I the only one? One thing I noticed when we were doing the Foundations training thing, they do have this Village People, A-U-T-O, they do this whole thing where they're, it's a team building thing, you know? And I ain't seen anybody do it since Foundations, so I think if everybody was to actually do it, it would probably get them into the, yeah, let's help the customer, let's take on the day kind of shit, but nobody does it. I don't do it, and their lack of give a fuck is bringing me down, and I also don't want to be in an environment where that's happening, because I got enough shit to tear me down. I don't need my job to do it too, you know? First few days that I was working here, they had a massive pile of cardboard blocking the fire exit. Today, they had a ladder. Yeah, OSHA violations and fucking whatever else. But I found out today that it's not $9. I thought cashiers only got paid $9, but apparently they get paid $1 less than I do. Which almost makes me want to not be the delivery driver. It's like, shit. But, I mean, the good thing is I do get out of... It's $1 more with a little less stress. So... Mexican guys came in, they've got a check engine light, so we're going to use a scan tool, which is free, by the way, in case you didn't know, for us to go out there, and if you buy a new battery and whatever, we'll put it in for free, and windshield wipers and all that good shit. We go the extra mile. It's called gotcha is what they call it. Go out to the customer's automobile. But anyway, these guys come in, we go out and try to read the OBD2 port, but the damn thing isn't reading. It's not even sending power to the thing. So we check the engine bay, replace fuse in there. It doesn't work. I get on YouTube, and this guy's saying for 2005 Ford F-150, this is a 99 we're working on. He says on the passenger side kicker panel, there's a fuse, blah, blah, blah. Well, this one is on the driver's side. And so we open that thing up, and we replace that fuse, and I look to see which one it is, and replace it. The code reader immediately starts reading. Go inside. Come to find out it's the coil and spark plugs that need to be replaced on his vehicle, and then I'm trying to help them do a return for a Ford Ranger that they were trying to buy, but the guy ended up selling it. So they bought parts without having the vehicle, putting the cart before the horse kind of a thing, but they did that a couple of months ago, and they don't have the receipt anymore. And in that case, we can't do a return. And I'm trying to look up warranty information just by the phone number. Even if they had it put under their phone number, they're pretty sure that they had it under the number, but we tried 3 different phone numbers and they didn't have it. So I can't do anything to help you. I'm a red shirt. The gray shirts are the people that can override the system and shit and help you out and call the main facilities and everything if they feel bad for you and everything. I can't do shit. I could just do what I know how to do to help you. And unfortunately, that is not one of the things. But while I'm helping them, and the store just all of a sudden, we just get a whole bunch of fucking people coming in. I'm a driver, so I need to be out on a delivery right now. Sold them some stuff for oil change and everything else. And as I'm selling them the stuff for the oil change, they say to me, if they could give me a $10 tip. And I'm like, it's the first time anybody said anything to me. You can if you want, I tell them, but, I don't need it. You don't have to. Anybody else would probably, hell yeah, and especially seeing as how my bank account is overdrawn, I could definitely use the money, but I am not driven by monetary gain. In case you guys ain't fucking figured that out by now. Go through everything, helping as many people as I can, get them all situated out the door. They end up giving me a $20 tip at the end of the whole thing. Which one, it's nice to have the recognition. That's what this whole fucking pin thing is supposed to be on the collar. You're supposed to get recognition for going the extra mile, giving people the wow treatment, which is what they call it. It doesn't stand for anything. It's just, blowing people away by how much you're trying to help. And that's what that's who I am. And it just seems a natural fit for me to work at Autozone where they have that kind of mentality. But I'm finding out that their incentive program with the little collars, pins and shit it's all bullshit. Because they don't actually keep track of that kind of a thing. So it's a fucking reach around tickle without taking you all the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking. It's a tease. I don't like that. But again, it's like the military. They got the medals and shit that they've won on their uniform. It shows you the shit that they've been through. The things that they've done. That kind of a thing. That's what this whole incentive little fucking thing. That's what it reminds me of. That's what it's nice to get the recognition. I don't want to get tips. I don't want to get money from it. I want this shit that you stick on your uniform that says, hey, I help people. So you can trust that when you ask me for fucking help, you're gonna get it. You know what I mean? I can't speak for some of my coworkers that sit on their lazy fucking asses, but speaking for myself, if you ask me for help, it is in my nature, not my job description. I am going to fucking do what I can to help you. I'm out there helping these guys replace fuses. That is not a part of what Autozone wants us to fucking do, but I'm going the extra mile. I'm doing everything I fucking can to ensure that their experience with Autozone is top notch and that I deliver the greatest fucking service that I can, regardless of whether or not Autozone says that I should. So I'm going above and beyond what Autozone even fucking wants me to do. And I'm not looking for tips. I don't want tips. Shit, I ain't even been paid yet. I've been working 2 or 3 fucking weeks. I don't know. Jesus Christ, I lost count. But I'm not doing this for money recognition. I just want something that says I'm here to help and I will help you. I hope I've explained that well enough. I mean, it feels like I'm not quite getting the point across, or maybe I don't say it enough or something. It just, I don't do YouTube for the fucking money. That's goddamn obvious. I make $6 fucking a month now. And I have been trying to get a hold of those assholes at YouTube AdSense, trying to figure out what the hell is going on, because they're holding on to $130 of money that I could sure as shit use right now since my account's overdrawn and I haven't been paid. I've been working this fucking job for almost a month. And I'm not going to get, allegedly, I'm not going to get paid until the end of this week. So I'm running on fucking fumes. So here's the reason why I will not be able to stay at Autozone. I was hoping that it was going to be able to, because that's what I was told before I got hired. They said after 3 months or whatever, a position will open up and you can become the truck driver. And they didn't tell me any specifics about it. After talking to their truck driver, which I barely got the opportunity to talk to him. I had to fight hard to get it. And I ran out there just as the guy was leaving, and I was able to ask him some questions about how he got started as a truck driver for Autozone. And one of the biggest kickers is he said, you have to live within a certain radius of their distribution center. Their mega hub is what they call it. And I don't live any fucking where near. I don't even live in the same state. So that's not going to happen because of that alone. Reason number 2, and I spoke to him again yesterday when he came and dropped off some stuff. Reason number 2, I will not be able to work for them. They don't allow dogs to be with you. So that means this whole fucking thing was a bust. And they didn't bother to tell me. Reason number 3. The biggest reason, my biggest fear. I just got paid. Oh my God. I've never had such a horrible paycheck. I love Autozone. I love working there. I fucking love helping people. But I'm going to starve to death or die of freezing to death because I can't make rent. I cannot afford anything with my goddamn paycheck. I got paid $800. I worked the last 3 weeks. Holy fuck. But consider, for whatever screwed up reason, when I started working, I should get paid every 2 weeks, but instead I've worked the last 3. Which means if I quit working for them, a week after I quit working for them, they're going to give me another paycheck for the amount that they didn't pay me. But, dude, oh my God. So I worked 3 weeks, but they only paid me for the 2. They pay you every 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks' pay, I'm only getting $800. That's, holy shit. The amount of overtime I was working because the manager wasn't telling me, hey, go clock out, go home, your shift's over. No, I was still working. I was still just fucking helping people. I'm not looking at the clock. The manager wasn't telling me to go home, so I wasn't going home. So I was racking up a shit ton of overtime. I was getting a minimum 1 hour overtime every day of the 5-day work week. I don't know if you get paid anything, how the pay is different on the weekends, but I'm working I'm working the entire day Saturday. And I don't know if that's considered overtime or if it's after a certain number of hours, whatever, how it works. I have no fucking idea. Nobody explained anything to me. That's another thing I wish they would do, is explain stuff to you. You're not going to be able to become a truck driver. You're not going to be able to become a truck driver because of this or that or whatever. Stuff I would have liked to have known beforehand. Then I would have known that it was a waste of time, and I would have went with one of these other companies that was calling me at the time. These other companies that pay way more money, they're actually going to put me into a truck. They may be lying to me or whatever here and there, you know what I mean? But they're not lying. Autozone basically did what every other trucking company has done to me. They lied to me just to get my ass in the seat to drive their truck. Then all the lies start getting poured on, and I start finding out they lied to me about everything, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? There's a shit ton of lies I can deal with, and then there's things I can't deal with. I was told I was going to be getting paid a certain amount of money, blah, blah, blah. And as I'm calculating how many hours I'm actually working, which they didn't tell me that. They did tell me how much I was going to be getting paid per hour. They didn't tell me how many hours I was going to be working. So now I'm looking at practical hours, how much money they're supposed to be paying me based on that. And I'm looking at it, And I'm sitting there freaking out thinking, dude, I'm not going to be able to afford shit. And then when my paycheck finally hit 3 weeks later, 3 weeks later, I finally find out what I'm actually being paid. Then the reality sets in. I cannot continue to work for AutoZone. I am going broke working for them. I'm driving to them every day. The amount of insurance, the amount of gas it's costing me. I'm freezing to death, sleeping in the back of the fucking truck, in the parking lot because I can't afford the rent. I haven't even got paid yet, so I don't even know if I have the money to afford rent. Which the answer is no, I can't. I have no fucking idea how anybody else is doing. I am the only. No, I'm not still wearing it. I am the only red shirt in there. So people that are wearing red shirts get paid less than the guys wearing the gray shirts because they're management. But they're only getting paid a couple dollars more. But I guess that couple of dollars difference, plus they're working more hours. So obviously they're getting paid probably $1,000 every 2 weeks or more after taxes and all expenditures and whatever else. So the guys with the gray shirts, they're able to make it. A red shirt cannot make it working for AutoZone. So if you're looking to work for AutoZone, you better go straight for management or don't fucking bother. As far as company information goes, I guess they're based out of Memphis. They have like 7,000 stores. What's ridiculous is my manager, the jerk that he is, it's like he expects me to know the locations of every single store. He's like, I need you to take this part to store 1713. And I'm sitting there like, what? I don't live in this town. I'm not from this town. I don't hang out in this town. What the hell is 1713? Can I Google that? Does Google know where store 1713 is? You know, he expects me to know all this shit right out of the gate. What the hell kind of teacher are you? How can you call yourself a manager if you just don't give a damn? But I guess he'd been there for like 3 years or something, and he just, I don't know. I guess he had been failing upward for so damn long, he just lost touch with reality, maybe? I don't know. But, dude, seriously, dude. I'll be sitting there. Every time somebody comes in, I'll say, welcome to AutoZone. And then I'll say, there's a phrase that they want you to say every time somebody comes in. There's a phrase they want you to say every time you answer a phone call, which is, thank you for calling AutoZone. This is whatever your name is. What can I do for you today or whatever. I never heard anybody but me say that phrase. I never heard anybody but me say the phrase when you walk in the front door, which is, what are we working on today? That's the phrase they expect you to say every single time. Never heard anybody say it but me. I've been there for 3 damn weeks, and I don't expect in the next 2 I'm going to hear it. Unless it's reverberating in my own eardrums from my mouth. That's the only way I hear that. So, don't ask me why. They have a specific phrase they want you to say. They have a specific dress code they want you to dress and everything else. The damn manager. The manager's opinion about the dress code is also different from what is actually. He seems to think that you don't have to wear steel toe or safety toed shoes. So he's running around in tennis shoes. Of course, he doesn't do any work, so he doesn't have to worry about anything falling on his feet. Hell, I asked the manager, where's the acid-resistant gloves and apron and goggles and everything, the PPE that you're supposed to wear when you help somebody with their battery? He don't know. Okay. Manager of the store, I don't give a damn if you've only been here for 2 weeks, dude. Seriously, it's your job to know. You know what I mean? I come in there day one, I'm asking where all this stuff is, and he's only been there 2 weeks longer than I have. So that's a big help. One of my biggest complaints about the computer system that they have is A guy came in the other day and he was looking for the gas pressurized shocks that hold up your canopy, hold up your hood, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff, your side windows on your RV, you know, those gas pressurized shocks. He was looking for those for his canopy. You have to have a year, make, and model of your vehicle in order to look up parts for the vehicle. You cannot look up a universal application part. Another guy came in looking for a small block Chevy fuel pump. He said it was going in a 1946 Ford or some shit. You know what I mean? So you can't just type in 46 Ford and pull up a small block Chevy fuel pump. No, I had to use my knowledge and look up what I've had to do is I had to look up the knowledge for the information of the engine that vehicle, the vehicle that engine came out of that I had when I was looking for small block Chevy fuel pumps. So I had to type in a 69 Corvette to find that engine so that I could find the fuel pump that fits this guy's engine. Even though it's a completely different vehicle, probably different engine, blah, blah, whatever, but it's ultimately going to be the same. So I had to jump through so many damn hoops to help this guy. Fortunately, my knowledge of vehicles was able to help me in that situation. But the average person that goes to work at AutoZone doesn't have 20 or 30 years of fucking vehicle tinkering in their back pocket. So having the ability to say, hey, let's type this in. Okay, you need a 40 pounds of pressure gas shock that is 19 inches extended or 11 inches compressed. Type that information in. Boom. Get that guy that part. You know, instead, we're both over there. We're both staring at this fucking wall of shit. And there's no information written on the bag of the product that's coming in. There's no information written on the sides of the cylinders. It's an absolute fucking nightmare if you're trying to get a gas shock. If I didn't have previous knowledge or anything, I was telling him at absolute, if you absolutely had to, I would tell him what I've had to do, which is find an RV supply store, because those guys, the shit that they sell actually says on the cylinder and on the bag it comes in, whatever brand of stuff that was, it actually says that information in it. So, another recommendation there for AutoZone that I can't submit to anybody. Buy products that have product information on the fucking product. Whether it be the product itself or the packaging it comes in. You would think that's a given. But for some reason, these Mighty Lift gas shocks that they buy to lift up the doors and whatever. Dude. No. And then they got, apparently, somehow miraculously found this. They got this little book next to the thing that says this is roughly the pressure rating, and this is roughly the length and all this other stuff, and it's all sitting right there in that book, I guess. But you got to read a goddamn book. Who the hell was? I hate reading books, especially. But I'm going through this thing, and I'm trying to find this information for the guy. He found it faster than me, and he found it by jumping on Google and searching the part number of the Mighty Lift shocks or whatever in order to find what he was looking for. That was the biggest help. But what if, because inside this building, there's no cell signal. Everybody that works there, we all say the same thing. Our cell signal goes to shit the second we step inside this building. So they've got a metal roof. I think they got concrete walls. These are not good. So I try to stay as close to register 1, which is by the glass window front door section, so that hopefully my signal can get out into the world and flap its wings and be free. But, oh God, there's no Wi-Fi. You're thinking, oh shit, just connect to the Wi-Fi. They don't fucking have a Wi-Fi. And if they do, it's hidden. So you need to know the direct IP address if you're going to connect to it. Who knows it? Nobody. The best information we've got is that there is one. Good luck finding it. Preferences aside, the reason that I am going to have to stop working at Autozone is because I had more money not working for Autozone than I do with working with Autozone. So I am losing money. I can't do this. I just can't. I don't know how anybody can. The whole reason I became a truck driver was so that I would not live in a situation like this. I was hoping that Autozone was going to be the answer to that, but there were some things that weren't said to me. So there's no possibility for advancement at Autozone. Not in my case. In yours, maybe your experience will be different, but in mine, no. I love working for Autozone. I love being the hero that you call upon when you walk in the front door. I've got a problem. I need help. I love being that guy. I love helping people. I don't even expect a thank you for it, but thank yous go a long damn way. The gratitude, the appreciation of it, you know what I mean? Makes me feel good about what I'm doing, makes me want to strive for it every time, makes me want to do better every single time. Not seeing that from my coworkers, that definitely hurts. I know that the biggest thing, it is a dead-end job in my case. I can't continue to work for them. I'm running out of money working for them. I cannot maintain this pace. My expenditures are damn near surpassing my income, and I'm homeless. Think about that for a second. I would not want to work at O'Reilly's and Advance and everything else because I can't imagine my tolerance for stupidity is so insanely low that I wouldn't be able to tolerate their laziness and stupidity. Being able to tolerate the laziness and stupidity when it's only one or two people of the people that I work with, the percentage of stupid and lazy is outweighed by the percentage of people that give a shit and try to put forth some kind of effort, you know, that don't make me want to shoot myself every day. So that's one thing I love about Autozone that I've always liked about Autozone is you go in there and you're not surrounded by incompetence. So I love that, but 16-year-old me would have loved working there. And up until this point of 40-year-old me, I thought I was going to love working there. And I love the environment. I love the idea. There's just so many things they do need to improve upon, and pay is probably the biggest one. I could probably deal with hey, we're not going to tell you, you're not going to be able to get into a truck. You're not going to be able to actually drive for us, kind of a thing. I would have definitely liked to know that beforehand, but hopefully I've given you guys enough information if you've ever wanted to work for Autozone like I have. Maybe one day when I'm retired, you know what I mean, and money don't matter, I got no problem working at Autozone. YouTube being the outreach, trying to reach people, dude, $5, $6, $7 if I'm lucky is what I make per month right now. But with all the screw ups that AdSense has been doing, I haven't been getting any money in the last 7 months. It says my balance is 0 in one page. And when I fought like hell for months to try to find what the balance actually was, because it just said 0, 0, 0, 0 month after month, I haven't been paid a single penny from YouTube, and I could definitely use that money now. I have no way of contacting Google or YouTube or anybody or whoever to get any kind of help with that. And they're absolutely refusing to help me. My threshold is set at $100. And supposedly, according to the second page that I found, I have $130 sitting there waiting to be collected. How do I get you to give me that money? They won't send it to me for 7 months. And seeing as how I used to make $30 a month, but now I'm making $5, it's insane. Why is that happening? Don't know. Maybe it's, like I said, because I'm not Jewish, because I'm not shoving ads down your throats and making you guys sit through a bunch of crap to get the knowledge that I'm trying to give you. But one thing that I do like about YouTube is that, like AutoZone, I get to help people. I thought YouTube was going to be a grander scale that I would get to do that with, but that didn't seem to turn out very much. But it seems I'm getting paid just as much money from YouTube as I am working for AutoZone. I'm being paid nothing. So I was hoping that working at AutoZone, I would be able to help people more directly, be able to say, hey, here's the problem, give them knowledge, be able to help them and shit, which is what I wanted to do with YouTube in the first place. But dude, I'm gonna starve to death or freeze to death or my dog will working at AutoZone. I can't afford to work at AutoZone. I can't afford to do YouTube. Which is why I put out a fucking video whenever I can. When was the last one I did? A couple of months ago? Dude, there you go. So, like I said, I have to quit working for these guys because I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I'm making more money sitting still, not spending my money, than throwing it all away, driving back and forth to work and idling my vehicle in the freezing cold and all this other shit. I'm wasting money. And I had more money before I came to work for AutoZone, and it's all gone now. God, oh my God, my account was overdrawn. I haven't had an overdrawn account in like 15 years. Dude. And like I said, going from business owner to Section 8, dude. I've been homeless for like the last 5 years. That ain't nothing new. So, one of my first earliest memories, I was homeless. So, it's nothing. But I can't work for a company, no matter how much I love helping people. Helping people is free. And what I'm doing as employment also seems to be free. So I can't do it. If you're like, dude, $12 an hour sounds great to me, $800 every 2 weeks or whatever sounds great to me. That's more than what I'm making now. Hey, check out AutoZone. If incompetent jackasses is your thing, check out O'Reilly's. I can't do it. So it's unfortunate. I hate the fact that I have to quit. I'm being forced to quit because if I don't, I'm probably going to die. I've never had so little money in my pocket in so damn long. So long. So I can't do it. I have to quit. I have to find either somebody else to work for or sit at home, ride out the winter, and then see what my options are then. But as it stands right now, I have no money to do anything except stress about it. So it's very unfortunate. I wish AutoZone had many more things put in place so that we could tell them, hey, your computer system needs help. We can't search for generic parts to help customers. Hey, better recognition for the people that are actually trying to help the customers. Better recognition for your employees to, let you know about the shrink busters, they call them, people stealing shit or people that don't give a fuck about their job, sitting on their ass watching TikTok instead of helping somebody. So AutoZone needs a lot of work. AutoZone is the best auto parts place. Fact. But they got a long way to go from being good. I hate to say that because AutoZone, again, is the best. But they're far from being great.